So that'll back him up 5. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Back to throw, Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Sproles, the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Wentz going to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Great.
From the gun, it's Wentz. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going up top. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll fake it. Now Smith. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
Let's go, Greg.
They'll start out on the ground with a giant. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Down, man, 5-4.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Smith with a give to Hunt. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Double. 52.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, let's roll.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. Now Smith. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The 4-time All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, on.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, back up.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. It's a receiver. You got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it.
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Good list. Orange.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. Waiting! Lion. Black, come on.
Wentz now on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Come on now. Let's go.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Ram. There we go. Back. Ready. Lefty.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop it for a second straight play right at the line of scrimmage. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here we go. Waiting. Sunday. Run. What's your son?
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And some room to work. It's complete. It's Sproles. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Everyone got 4 down. What's your son? Check 26.
They'll try to run with a J. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play, right?
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Chris Long in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Smith now on second down. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, orange. Hey, lock in.
Third and long, it's Smith. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. Watch out.
They run again with a giant. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Go. Lady. 3 down. Great 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Liz. Eddie.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Eddie. Hard, Eddie. Liz. Tiger.
From the gun, here's Smith. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Yellow.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Mike Bennett in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
On the ball.
Now Wentz. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Lion. There we go. Back. Blue 80. Great 15.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 180. Great.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on second down is Smith. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Smith now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go. Let's go, 15.
On second down, here's Smith. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
13.
The first throw for the backup Foles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Ajayi. And some room to maneuver. Ajayi escapes him, and they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now it's Crowder. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And here come the Redskins now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Smith going to throw again. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Smith. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. On first down, it's Smith. He'll drop it off to P-Ryan, complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, 52.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
He's going to get it running right, and he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. On third down, it's Hunt, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
Tight end's right. Hey, boys, we got 4 down. 3 left. Check 13. Hey, back up.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Black. Hey. There we go.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So for Philadelphia, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.